motors and motorcycles, I guess, all have to be re-registered or have our plates and everything done here in Nova Scotia. And we are coming up on our 90 days, so we have to get them done all now. And we should have been smart enough and kind of spread them out, but we didn't. And of course, now we're having to go get all of our what's called an MVI, so I guess a motor vehicle inspection done for all of them. So for us, that's our Fiat, our Tucson, and the 2 motorcycles. It doesn't really seem like it's like in Ontario. It's like an emissions test, but here it's that plus, I guess, more. And it really doesn't matter like how old your vehicle is. You know, it has to go in. So even though my motorcycle is like pretty new, it's 2018, feels new. I only bought it, 2 years ago, and I haven't really ridden it much. It's got to go in for it. So that's where I'm going right now. So yeah, you stay right there. So basically, I got to take this in to get tested. Make sure I get an MVI sticker, I guess it is, and they're good for, I think, 2 years or something like that. Anyways, the bonus, I figured, I could have taken the highway into Windsor, which is the town that's closest to me and where I'm going. I could have taken the highway in, which is a faster way, but because I'm on the motorcycle, I figured this is a much nicer little road. And a lot of times it's even nicer when there's not a car in front of you, but he's going at seems like a good pace, so I'm okay with that. And I have to say, and I'm kind of sad a little bit for this summer that we've lived here, that I really haven't gotten out on the motorcycle much at all. Last year was not good either. This year, ridiculously bad. I don't even think I put 1,000 kilometers on the bike this summer. So it might as well not even have ridden it really this year. So it should have no problems passing, but it also means that I gotta rev the spider webs out of it every once in a while. So the nice thing though about living where we are now, do this here. You might even be able to get some. Yep, you can almost get some air off of that. You probably could if you hit it fast enough. Is that and I talked about it a little bit in the little video I did when I was doing a little review for this helmet mount. Is that in Ottawa where we lived, if you wanted to go out for like a half-hour ride, or you just had a bit of time, like you had 45 minutes, you just didn't go because there was no like nice roads, there was no curves, there was no. You had to drive for like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour to get anywhere that was somewhat exciting. Just to be able to get your bike into some curves and have fun with it, because it was just straight. Here, like this, it's been like what, 5 minutes, and we're already into some fun little curvy roads. Just nice curvy. You can have some fun on it, open it up. Sometimes you come through here and you can't open it up too much, of course, because there's a bus or there's a car in front of you that doesn't know what the speed limit is. The speed limit through here is actually pretty decent too for speed. I was surprised, but some cars like to Sunday drive through here. Country roads, I get it. And because it's so curvy, there's no like passing lines. It's a double solid, pretty much all the way from our house to Windsor. So if you get stuck behind somebody, you're kind of stuck, right? It is what it is. And there's a lot of like this where it's like a hill and you're like, oh, I can't see over top of it. But once you know the road, it's just lovely riding around here. So for me, and I don't know why I haven't taken advantage of it. For me, you can easily be like, I got a half hour to kill. I'm just gonna whip down the road to Windsor here and turn around and do it again and be home. It'd take you, half hour, 40 minutes, and that's including getting yourself all geared up. So you guys get to experience this nice little road, and this will probably be the road that whenever we're testing anything that I can test solo, this one, because at least it's a nice entertaining road to take. So what about you guys? Any of you on this channel, on my channel? I know it's mostly like tech reviews and stuff like that, but it started off really focused heavily on motorcycles at the beginning, and I'm sure some of you enjoy the ride, and let us know down below in the comments, in that comment section down there, if you're a rider, if you would like to be a rider. Maybe you'd like to have a motorcycle one day. I don't know. That was me. I started riding, I want to say fairly late. Oh, see, truck up there, not going overly fast, because there's a railroad track. If you hit that at a good speed, I bet you could leave the ground. I bet if you hit that fast enough. That's my bet. Maybe one day, right? Yeah, you could for sure. I started. We were looking at it today, and I got my license in 2013. So that's like 8 going on 9 years ago. So, I don't even know what that makes me. I've said 9 years, that makes me around, I was about 40 when I decided. And it wasn't that I decided, it was that I finally was like, I'm going to do it. I had wanted to do it, and then I'd be like, I don't know, and it's an expense. And that's the other thing, when you're looking at motorcycles, I find, is that you can't, at least where we live in Canada, it can't be well, I guess it can, depending, but I don't think for most people, it can be your only vehicle. Because I had a lot of people that I know or knew were like, oh, I'm going to buy a motorcycle as my first vehicle. And I'm like, cool. And I'm like, what are you going to do in the winter? Because where we live, or especially where we lived, your bike's parked probably for 5-6 months of the year. So that's great. You're paying all this insurance, and especially if you're a new rider and you're young, you're paying all this insurance, and you're paying your bike payments, and you're paying all this kind of stuff for 6 months of enjoyment, not including all the gear that you have to buy. Buying a motorcycle is one thing. Buying all the gear, that's something completely on top of that, right? So, and luckily here, we actually just switched our insurance over because everything's kind of being canceled from Ontario and moving to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia's insurance prices are so much better. Oh my gosh, than Ontario. I could even be like, I'm gonna get myself another motorcycle if I actually wanted to. Not that I need more than one for myself, but we literally are paying the same amount here, full coverage for both mine and Mary's motorcycles, for both, the same as we are paying for one of our bikes back in Ontario. Yeah. Now, I don't know if it's completely based on just Nova Scotia, or if it's based on the fact that we don't live in a major city. That can definitely play a part in it, because I know friends of mine that lived in Ontario that were not living in a major city, that their insurance was definitely cheaper when they moved out of town. So that could be something. But just so you guys know, this is the lovely metropolis of Windsor, Nova Scotia. Population of, I don't know. No, I have no idea what the population is here. But it's a nice little town. It has, I don't even know if it's a town or a city. Where we live, it's not even considered either of those. I think it's considered a community. Community. Yeah, that's how little the people are. It used to be a village or a town. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But this is Windsor, and we will be coming into the lovely downtown core. And if you blink too much, you can pretty much drive right through it and end up right back on the highway. So this is it. You can see what you want. You got a dental center. Yeah, dental center. You have a, I don't even know, a short stop snack bar. I don't know if they're opened. A wine making place, a Royal Bank, a Napa. We have a Scotia Bank. I think that's the only thing in that mall is that Scotia Bank. I went in there. Yeah. 2 restaurants, and up the corner there's a Tim Hortons, because you have to have a Tim Hortons in a small town. Coming down here, this is kind of like the main street out of downtown. Farmer Save, because every small town in Ontario, in Nova Scotia has a Farmer Save. Banks, Fry Daddies, that's where we go. We go to this Fry Daddies quite often because we enjoy it. It's a nice mix of food, kind of your burgers and poutine and that kind of greasy food, which is kind of nice. But yeah, this is Windsor. I'm not a big fan of those dark clouds up there. I don't know if you guys can see them, but I'm definitely not dressed for rain. Should have possibly looked at that, but it looked beautiful when I left the house. So, we shall see if I get soaked or not. And they have a lot of these little corners here where the street looks like it should turn, or it looks like it should go straight, and you're like, I don't know what it's doing. It's just weird. But you get used to it, I guess. And yeah, normally I would have came in off the highway, but I'm coming in through town because where I need to go, the actual off-ramp from the highway is closed right now because they're doing road construction. Motorcycle. So it is what it is. I kind of have to go through town, but nice little ride for you guys. There's a school over here on the right. You can see it. That is actually an adult education school. Yeah, I had no idea that they have a school dedicated, Windsor Adult High School. Really? That's good, I guess, that enough adults are deciding that they should have gotten their high school. A little concerning, I guess, that so many adults didn't get their high school. But whatever, it's always good that they go back. They figure education is important. Hey, whenever you figure that out, it's good, right? So, awesome. This is the rec center right here. Rec center. I won't look too long so I don't smack into the back of some car in front of me. And we are close to the place where I'm going. I don't even know what it's called. I looked up a motorcycle shop in Windsor, and this was the only place that kind of came up. So I phoned them, and they were like, yeah, we do MVIs for motorcycles at 4 o'clock every day, first come, first serve. And I was like, all right. That's cool. And there's McDonald's, and there's a superstore, and another Tim Hortons. So this town is like not very big, right? Maybe a couple thousand people, be my guess. 3 Tim Hortons. Yeah, that's right. 3 Tim Hortons. So that's something. Okay, we're gonna whip through here, and it's up this hill, but where I don't know. So let's just look. I think it's behind this blue spot up here on the left. I'm hoping they can get me in because it's a little bit before 4. My hope is they can get me in before it starts to rain. Oh, don't tell me they're not even open, because they don't look very open, do they? I don't know. They really don't look very open. And it's a possibility that they're not open. It is a possibility. They look really closed. That's sadly unfortunate. Usually there's all kinds of stuff here that would be open and wanting people. I'm just gonna park up here and take a look. Hold on. I have a bad feeling that they're closed. They look so dark. Yep, so dark. Alright guys, well, I guess I'm heading home. I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna try to get home before the rain decides to come down on me. So I may highway it back. You guys can see the highway right there. Oh, okay. They decide. Small town, I tell you. Alright guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the little notification bell, and if you want more of these little motorcycle vloggy things, let me know in the comments. Alright guys, until then, I'm heading home. Later.